What's up?
Going.
Sorry, I can't hear you. I'm listening to music. Alexa, pause. Busy listening to music. Uh-oh. Everyone's come to see me. Stas, you got a squad. Stas has got an audience, bro.
All right. Stas, I know you've got a limited time today. So have you ever done a share screen on Zoom?
Stas.
Stassie.
By the way, hello, Miss Willards.
Hello. All right. I wonder if he's having the same trouble. I know that some of the internet was out down in your area.
He's got a squad.
There you go.
What the heck?
Hey, Stas.
Here.
Yeah.
All right. Have you done a share screen before?
No, but I'm looking at it right now.
Okay. So all you'll need to do is click on the green arrow share screen button, and then it'll say, what do you want to share? And you want to share your desktop, and it should show you like what's up on your desktop.
Where does it say desktop?
It should say that once you click on share screen.
Okay.
Makes sense. There you go.
Oh, you can see the desktop now.
Yeah. So then you just get to your presentation.
Wow, Stas, you have got a squad this morning. I did not think this many people would show, but hey.
Okay. Can you see it? I can't.
Yes, we can.
Hey, wild.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's virtual field trips to Oahu, Hawaii.
Love it.
And I'm planning to go there in July, hopefully. So that's why I did it. So, okay. First one. Things I would do on my trip. Well, the first thing is the shark cage, because you can go up close and actually see the cool sharks around you. These are wild sharks.
Yes.
You can spot humpback whales, maybe even a great white. Maybe come out, touch them. What else? And then snorkeling in the Hanama Bay, which is like located in an ancient volcano crater. And it's in like shallow waters, like part of shallow waters, and it has like a lot of marine life, and it's for like snorkeling and scuba diving. That there can be lots of different fish, like a ton, and then like you can see like yell tanks, butterfly fish, angelfish, and many more, and see the cool Hawaiian sea turtles that are there. Yeah. And then swimming with dolphins. That they have like a big program there in Oahu where they train these dolphins that they're full of energy and positive vibes. You can go swim with them and just touch them. Some facts about them: they're like very fast swimmers. They can swim with 20 miles per hour. They also have very delicate skin, and there's also like 20 kinds of different dolphin species. And then scuba diving, go underwater and see all the sea turtles and kind of fish, maybe some wild sharks. Probably don't want to close to the sharks. Fun fact that sharks kill scuba divers, swimmers, 8 to 12 people a year. Probably dumb scuba divers. And that once you go below 10 meters, you can't see red or yellow in the water.
Ah, interesting.
Cool. Thanks to what kind of like I meant like whatever species are in the island of Oahu, like the Hawaiian green sea turtles, spinner dolphins, humpback whale. That 20% of all fish species are located in the waters of Oahu.
Wow.
Monk seals and manta rays. Yes, and then I think the last slide. And there's the end of the trip, marine bio. That there's also like they have a College of Hawaii, and they have like there's one of their majors is you can like go into marine biology, and they have like many different programs that help the fish or like the coral reef and how to protect it, other sorts. So yeah, that's about it.
That was awesome, Stas. You did it. What time do you have to
Yeah,
work
they-
today?
Honestly, I have to leave at 10:30 today.
All right. Giddy up. Nice job, Stas. All right. So are you working tomorrow?
Yeah, and Friday.
I figured. Okay. Because we're doing a senior send-off in marine biology class, but I'm going to tape it. So I'll just put it on there if you want to see it. All the pictures from the year. Plus, I'm sure that we'll enjoy seeing some of your fish footage from the dissections.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
All right, Stas. Well, you got to probably get going. So thanks for doing this, logging on. It was great to see you, and I think we'll be seeing you soon.
Yes.
Bye, Stas.
Thank you. Bye.
Yes. See you, Stassi.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah. Bye, Sword.
Perfect. All right, I'll be back on at 10:30, guys.
All right, bye.
For anybody who's still here, I'm just going to keep the meeting up and running. That was cool. Had 5 people logged on half an hour early. See Stas. See, dude, he runs the restaurant, Kaku sushi restaurant. Such a- All right.
What are you working on now?
Working on some math. All right. If I don't know if they're married or not, should I just go ahead and put Mrs.? I'm assuming that they're both married. I think the principal's married. I think. Letter of introduction. I'm addressing it to the principal and the business manager. It's St. Bridget. I'm assuming they're married.
Always do business.
Hi, Miss Lawrence.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I didn't sleep last night, so
You need to start sleeping.
I know I do. I don't know. I couldn't sleep last night. I went to bed at like around 10:30, 11ish, and was still up around like 4. So
You need at least 7 hours of sleep a night.
well, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I normally get 7.5 to 8. My brother, well, Zach normally goes to bed around like 8:30 to 9, and he normally gets around 9:30. So normally it's like 12 hours of sleep. He sleeps so much, it's insane.
That's what teenage boys do.
I used to sleep like 14 hours per day. Now I sleep minimal of 2, maximum of like 5.
5 is not enough.
It seems like my background's always changing. It's weird.
In your room,
Yeah.
it's the same horse picture though, right?
Not behind me, no.
What do you, oh, there you go. Now you're in a closet or something, it looks like.
No, it's my window.
Okay.
So in my turret, so basically my room is a giant square, but then there's like this giant circle part of it. And that's where my turret is, and that's where my bed is, because we have like a turret on the house, right?
Yeah.
And so I have my bed in the turret because I'm the lucky one who didn't get a closet, but got washing and drying machines in my closet instead
Whoa.
for years. And then finally, like last year, we finally took those out and put in shelves and drawers, and oh, I love it. I'm so happy.
Yes. You got some place to store all your stuff now.
Yeah, look, I can turn on my light. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love all my books on my shelves.
That's a sign of a healthy person, someone who's got lots of books.
Yeah, no, but I still have to clear out another shelf for all of them just because I have way too many. That's not even all of them. They don't even fit all over there.
You can never have too many books.
I know. I need more and more books. Ow. Wait, so you really can't see Maverick's side-eye? Oh, dang.
No, I can't see either of the pictures. When I go to open them, it just has like a line. I don't know
Can you
what's
not see
going on.
Can you see Coda or Sal either?
No, I couldn't see anything on either of the attachments that you sent. Just that one, the little line that goes across it.
That's so depressing. I'll send them to you in an email.
Okay.
They're going to be the same pictures that are sitting on the document. It might be like 2 emails, though, because I have to send them from different places. So. But Maverick, literally, like, I had my bag down on the floor. I clearly remember this. I had my bag down on the floor. I had just taken a sip of my water. I just opened it. It was crisp and cold because I just got it out of the fridge upstairs after my ride. And he was fully untacked, right? I was just about to go groom him, and then all of a sudden I look over and he's digging in my bag, and I'm like, he's looking for treats again, because that's just Maverick. No, he grabbed the cap of my water bottle by the mouth, and literally, not even kidding you, I forgot to screw it on all the way, and he literally was just shaking it up and down, and water was spraying all over his face. It probably felt really good because it was in the middle of the summer.
Yeah.
But
Probably why you did it.
But he was just like, he grabbed my water bottle and he was just like, I was like, oh god. I was like,
What
oh
a
my
goofy
gosh.
horse.
And then I went and I said, Maverick, it's time to go outside. And he goes, no, ain't happening. He gives me this like really funky side eye, and his classic move when he's like he does not trust something, that's the face you get. He gets this like white like his front part of his eyes, like he's looking backwards, so it's like the front part of his eyes is white and it's just like nope. he just gives you this freaking adorable side eye, and it's his classic move where he just does not trust something you say or do.
That's funny that a horse would have a personality like that.
He has some spunk. Him and Cupid do the side eye perfectly. Like him and Cupid do it so identical, it's insane. Cupid will give you the side eye when he's just like, get away from me. When he just does not want to be touched, he will give you a side eye, and then he'll kind of shuffle away from you. But then if you continue to try to touch him, he'll jab you with his shoulder, and he'll be like, stop touching me. Yeah, that's a good time. That's not just fun. It's gonna be a year in August, Miss Willards. But I have
Wow. That's hard to believe.
I still have not gone back to see him. And I feel
Aw.
horrible. I feel so bad. It's been August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. It's been it's been almost 10 months since I haven't seen him.
Sounds like Cupid's taken over your heart, though.
Okay, the thing about Cupid is he's a Palomino.
Ooh.
Yeah, so he's this Palomino, but he's got a brown mane and tail and white, like, big giant blotches on his butt and on his shoulder. And I don't know what it is about him, but he just makes me smile. I can't.
Hey, Luke.
What's up? No answer. Okay. What's up, Teresa? How are you?
I'm
Just got
just
her,
vibing, I guess.
What's with the duck?
That's Psyduck, and he's the best Pokemon.
Okay. I beg to differ. I normally prefer a good Squirtle here and there and a good Eevee here and there, but hey.
Those two are good too. Eevee used to be my favorite.
Squirtle, okay, Squirtle's my OG. Eevee's right after.
Hey, Anna.
You know? Hi.
Yeah. Hi, Anna.
I love how Anna comes on and we're talking about Pokemon. It's okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
Our conversation.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 presentations, and Stas already went.
Wait, what about Hunter?
Hunter is doing something with me. He's got to work at his parents' business during the day, just because of stuff that they've got going on at their business. So he's got a separate deal going on.
Oh, okay. I thought he was gonna.
He can't make the Zoom meeting. He's working right now.
Oh, okay.
Mrs. Willards, when do you want me to present? Because I know I was supposed to go yesterday and I messed up.
You can go whenever you want. So here's the schedule for today. Anna's going to go first, then Luke at 10:40, Gage at 10:45, Matthew at 10:50. There's a spot open between Matthew and Grace, if you want to go then. And then you're in there. Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, because it's me then Grace.
Yep.
I can just like go after everyone else if you want, and that way if people
Okay.
like want to leave, they don't have to. You know what I mean?
Sounds good.
Or Teresa, just go right before me. Right after Matthew.
We'll
because
see how it works because I don't want to take anyone else's time. You know what I mean? So we'll just see
Yeah,
how it plays
that sounds
out.
like a plan.
Cool.
Got you. All right. So in order to respect all of your time, because I know you've probably been Zoomed to death, right? We'll start. Anna and Luke are already here. So Anna, have you ever done a screen share before?
No.
Okay, I'll walk you through it. It's pretty easy. So down, I think it's at the bottom of your screen, there's a green arrow that says share screen. And if, when you click
Okay.
on that, if you've never done it before, it's going to ask you what you want to share, and you'll just click on desktop. Or if it doesn't say desktop, it's probably going to show a picture of what your actual laptop looks like on your screen right now. Click on screen share or share screen,
It's just the green box with an arrow that says share, Anna.
and then it's going to ask you what you want to share. And depending on what device you have, it may ask you another question too. There you go. That's perfect. Yep.
Okay.
Now that box is going to be in your way. So what you can do to get to your presentation, Anna, is click stop share. And then go ahead and open your presentation. Just click on the presentation button. There you go. And then click on the presentation button so that it's open. It's an open tab, and then go back to screen share again, or share screen. And that way you'll be able to access your present button.
I literally have another 2 Zooms. Like,
Yeah, we're zooming you guys to death. I'm sorry.
I have one with Stencil, then I have one with, no, I have 3 because I have a private Zoom with Mr. Mole too, so. I have literally.
Wait, so what do you like see right now?
We just see the, like, all the people there. So go back down to share screen again. Click on that and then do the desktop thing again like you did before.
Okay, I don't know, like I can't even see anybody. I don't know, like. I mean, somebody else can go sometimes.
Yeah, you can play around with it if you want. Let me do a real quick troubleshoot with you. Did you click stop share?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, are you able to get to your share screen button at all, or is that disappeared also?
Yeah, it just says like your meeting should start in a few seconds. Like,
Okay. What's happened is that you've probably minimized the meeting. It does that
okay.
automatically. So go down to that
Alright.
button at the bottom.
All right, I can see the share thing again.
Okay, awesome.
So.
There you go. Perfect.
Can you see this now?
Yep, it's popping up. It says that yep, you got it. And then if you just click on present, you've got it going.
Okay, so I just present then.
Yep, just walk us through your slides and you're good to go.
Okay, so I did shipwrecks. So I just like did like a few of the most like famous ones. So obviously like the Titanic. And the Titanic is one of the most famous shipwrecks, and it is the one that like the most people know about. The ship hit an iceberg and it sunk, and it sunk in 1912, and 1,500 lives were lost, and it is located in the Atlantic Ocean. And then I did the USS Indianapolis on July 30th, 1945. It was ripped in half by a torpedo strike from the Japanese submarine. By 58, 300 men died and 900 men were left in the shark-infested waters. So this is now remembered as the worst American naval disaster in World War II. Then the RMS Lusitania. So it was a British ocean liner that was sunk on May 2nd, 1915 by a German U-boat, and it killed 1,198 people. And then I have the MV Donna Paz. I don't know how to say that. So the MV Donna Paz was a Philippine passenger ferry that sank after colliding with an oil tanker on December 20th, 1987. So it was traveling from, I don't know how to say that, Leyte to the Philippine capital of Manila, and the boat was really overcrowded with 2,000 more passengers not listed in the manifest, and the boat didn't didn't have a radio, and the life jackets were like locked away, and 4,386 people died. And yeah, that was pretty much all I did.
Perfect. Love it. Nice job. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I didn't know about that last one. That's crazy. No life jackets available?
Yeah.
Awful. All right, Anna, if you can click stop share. And Luke, are you able to hear us? You got to unmute your microphone.
Hello?
Yeah, now we got you. Hey, Luke.
Hi.
All right, so you saw what Anna just did. Did you understand the directions for doing a screen share?
Um,
I can walk you through again. It's pretty easy. So I think at the bottom of your screen, for some people it's at the top, depending on your device, there should be a green arrow that says share screen. And if yep, click on that. And then it's going to ask you what you want to share, and that'll be your desktop. And sometimes it'll also show you a picture of what's on your desktop. So whatever tabs you have pulled up, it'll show you like what your screen looks like. Click on that. There you go. Awesome. Now that box is probably covering your presentation button, right?
yeah.
So what you can do is click on stop share. Oh, you got it. Okay, sweet.
All right. You can see this?
Yes, we can.
All right. So this presentation is about Keiko, the orca, or better known as Willy, the orca from Free Willy. Keiko was first captured near Iceland, like for the purpose of being sold and used for entertainment. He was first sold to Marineland in Ontario, and then he was later sold to Six Flags Mexico, where he was found by scotters from Warner Brothers for the movie Free Willy. Free Willy is about a troubled orphan who befriends an orca, and then it gets
Still there, Luke?
What?
Sorry, you went out there. The audio went out for just a second. Keep going.
Oh, okay. So the guys want to kill Willy to get insurance money. Wait, can you hear me?
Yep, it's Gage logging on. It's okay.
Oh, okay. And so they want to kill Willy to cash out on insurance money, and then the kid finds out about it, and he decides that he wants to free the orca, and then he takes it to like a marina or something, and then like fishermen like block off the exit, so he has to like have him jump over a wall, as you can see in that image right there. And this is ironic because Keiko was captured and sold to amusement parks also, but
Yeah.
he's not going to be set free. But and that helped him out later because people found out about it. Orcas are toothed whales belonging to the oceanic dolphin family and are the largest member. They're extremely social and intelligent, have sophisticated hunting techniques and vocal behaviors. Their conservation status is data deficient because it's likely that there are separate orca species with different like statistics or statuses. After Free Willy, when the fans of Free Willy found out about the way that Keiko was living after the movie, he was sent back to Mexico, I think. There was a lot of fans came forward and said that they wanted to find him a better like home, and Warner Brothers helped out, and there was a like there was a foundation started specifically for Keiko and releasing him back into the wild. And it was really complicated because they had to like make him act like a wild orca again, which was difficult because for like the past like 5 years he had been in captivity and he hadn't like learned how to like hold his breath or hunt on his own. And it took 5 years before he was actually released back into the wild. And the original foundation lost funding in 2001 because I think it was like a stock market crash, and it affected one of the like main patrons to it. And so that the responsibility of Keiko was transferred to the Humane Society, and they were the ones who eventually reintroduced him into the wild. And there was a short period where he was with his own pod, but a couple months later, he was like showing up in Iceland and like following boats. And so they had to like keep taking care of him, and then eventually he died of pneumonia in Norway, I think. And so the his release was generally regarded as a failure, which is really bad because it means that no one's gonna ever try to release a orca again, as it was a lot of money. I think it was like in like the $10 million range in all. And but it's kind of successful, as if he had stayed in Mexico, there's no way he would have lived the 5 years that he did when he was saved. That is the whole presentation.
Awesome. Good job, Luke. Nice job. Nice job. All right, if you can click stop share, and then Gage, have you shared screen before?
No.
Okay, I'll walk you through it. It's pretty simple. Down at the bottom of your screen, you're going to see a green arrow that says share screen. And once you click on that, it's going to ask you what you want to share. And you'll click on desktop, and it should show you kind of a picture of what you have pulled up on your laptop right now. If you have a Google slideshow pulled up, yeah, there you go. Sweet.
All right.
Now that box covers where you need to be, right? So you can click stop share. There you go. You got it.
All right.
Perfect. And then just click present over there on the top right-hand corner. Over here.
All right. I don't know how well you can hear me though.
It's okay.
Computer's old.
Fine.
All right, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. I did sharks.
Yep.
I started off with talking about the senses that sharks have. They use the lateral line, which goes along the shark, and they can sense the vibrations with the lateral line of other fish with the sensory cells that they have. The ampullae of Lorenzini detects electrical field coming from its prey. That's pretty cool. We learned that in our notes this year. Next slide. The mouth of sharks, they're really cool because its jaws, they can move both of them, their upper and lower. The lower jaw bites first and then the upper jaw. The teeth they have can be regrown, so they have regenerating teeth, which is pretty awesome. Throughout a shark's life, they will go through at least 20,000 teeth throughout its life. It's insane. So they usually lose them when they're feeding on prey or that kind of things. The babies, which are called pups, there are a few ways which sharks can give birth, which are pretty cool. The eggs can be laid like birds. The eggs can hatch inside the mother and then be born, or the sharks can go inside the mother just like humans. And sharks can give birth to up to 100 babies at a time, which is insane. I thought that was really interesting, so that's why I included that. I don't know how well this will work, but there's a really cool clip of I forget what his first name is, but Mr. Stroud, who's a really insane survivalist. He talks about this depiction of a shark attack from the movie Open Water. It's got terrible acting, but the situation's actually quite accurate. 2 bullet points that are important is that sharks have been proven to be attracted to the color yellow. And most sharks, besides the great white, will just nibble at its prey before going in for just a huge, like, abdomen tipping tear. So we're just gonna see. I don't even know if this will work.
Okay.
This part's important. It's like 2 minutes. Doubt this will work.
I've done a lot of shark dives. I highly advise learning how to dive and diving with sharks. It's one of the most amazing things you'll ever do in your. Their setup here, people have been forgotten. With different companies and companies I don't know, especially local companies in small countries, I worry. They go up with 25 people, 26 people, and they don't do a head count. You don't really pay attention to anybody else. You're looking at your own gear, and you're, with your wife or your husband or your partner. I won't comment on the acting, but as far as the scene goes, this is how sharks operate. Curious at first, so they'll bump you. They might bump you another 6 times. A tiger shark might try to taste test the tank on your back. More testing of what these 2 things up there are by the sharks before an all-out attack. It has happened. A shark has come out of nowhere and attacked a diver before. That has happened. So rare compared to the amount of hours that humans are in the water doing all of these activities. Beautiful shark. It actually does portray how he would probably react to that, because you get angry when you get hurt, or at least I do. In fact, friends of mine, if I get hurt and I go silent, I'm really hurt. But if I'm swearing up a storm, he'll be fine. Now, right there, that big chunk out of his leg. Would a shark do that on a second bump? Highly unlikely. Except for the great white, most of the sharks are accidental predators. They may attack because of other things are going on. Spear fishermen get attacked a lot because they've got dead fish all over them. My leg is still there, right? I can feel it. Bad scripting. My leg is still there, right? The shark going after that little beacon there, it's been proven that sharks are actually attracted to the color yellow. Think about that when you buy an swimsuit.
That's where I stopped the video because I know we're short on time.
It's okay.
But that's all I have for my presentation. I know that I went into the next person's time. Don't want to take too much.
Okay. Nice job, Gage. Good job. Good job. All right. If you can click stop share on your screen. Awesome. And then, hi, Grace. And then Matthew, if you want to jump on.
Yeah.
Have you done this before?
I think I got it.
Okay.
Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I did Megalodon. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So Megalodon is a species of prehistoric shark known for its size. You've probably seen it in movies and stuff like that, but it's considered to be the largest species of fish to have ever lived, around 35 to 60 feet in length and 30 to 65 metric tons. So this graphic below shows in comparison to a great white, and it just topples it. How do I stop screen sharing?
It should, there you go. Yep.
Okay. Can you guys see my face?
Yep.
Or?
We can see what you've got on your laptop right now.
Oh, oh wait, hold, there we go. Okay, so I stopped it real quick. So this is a real megalodon tooth. It's about the size of my palm.
No
And you can
way.
see it. So they have 267 of these. It's about 3 times the size of a great white. So these things can just do some damage. Yeah, its bite diameter is about 10 feet, so it could pretty much swallow you without actually needing to bite you. So, like, I'm assuming most of you are 10 feet tall. That's how wide its jaw is. Just,
That's crazy.
yeah. So I'll get back to this.
Okay.
All right. Just to show you some size. Predators and prey. So the megalodon was an apex predator, which means it's at the top of the food chain and really doesn't have to worry too much about being eaten. But its diet is very similar to our modern day great white shark. So it would eat seals, certain whales. It could eat a bit bigger animals. So sperm whales and orcas were on the menu, and also it would eat other sharks. So that's how it differs from the great white. When and why did it go extinct? So megalodon, they were around about 23 to 26 million years ago. And scientists think that they went extinct because the ice age caused the water to be too cold for them to exist. So they kind of just froze to extinction, but that was proven to be false. They actually ran out of prey and were outcompeted because larger predators came around, like modern day great white sharks, and they just didn't have enough food. So that's that's the reason they went extinct. And that's it.
Awesome. Good job, Matthew.
Good job, man.
Cool.
That's my husband. Say hi, honey.
Hi.
All right. Excellent job. All right, Aubrey, you are up next.
Awesome. Let's get it.
There you go.
You guys see my screen?
Yep.
Awesome. Miss Lawrence, this is what I was talking about.
Love it. That is so cool.
Yeah, so the theme I got off of online, but then I put the shark fin and see how, I don't know if you can see it, but it's reflecting
Yep.
itself.
Love it.
Anyway, so I did deadly sea creatures. A few of them are the crown of thorns, which we learned about, the blue-ringed octopus, the stonefish, the lionfish, the box jellyfish, sea snakes, and of course the lion mane. This is the blue-ringed octopus here, and then down here is the stonefish. Hold on, let me get rid of this. It's gonna bother me. So a little bit about the crown of thorns. I did the first 3 that I just named. It preys on the coral polyps, mainly.
It's native to the Red Sea, the Indian Ocean, and the Pacific Ocean. It's the second largest after, I forget the name of the other one, but I can look it up later. And the venom in its spines is very, very toxic, and can be completely fatal if not treated correctly. And fun fact, the spines actually look very, very dull. And this is a good picture of the spines here on it. And it's similar to the lionfish. And if you know anything about the lionfish has spines on its sides and on its back. And all the spines, need to have pressure must be applied in order for the spikes to be revealed, basically. So the reason they look so dull is because that's not actually the spike. The spike is underneath it. So they have a membrane, and the membrane will peel back when pressure's applied, and that's where the basic spike is, and that's where the venom can be injected into the wound. So that's why they look super dull. It's because it's basically a coating for the actual spike that's underneath. So that's why the lionfish is so deadly, because they look not super sharp, and so people are like, oh, it's not going to harm me, but no, it's the membrane that's looking dull. So, and this is something that you do not want to engage with at any time, because it's, again, very, very deadly. And this is the giant Triton snail, and this is something that will actually eat the crown of thorns, and I'm assuming that's what it's doing here, and that's why I put the picture. Can you guys all hear me?
Yep.
All right, cool. The stonefish, again, is very, very deadly. The lionfish spikes are very, very similar, again, to the stonefish. The membrane, again, peels back to reveal the spikes that are underneath. It's got one of the most potent venoms in all of fishes, I guess. It's native to the tropical Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. And it looks like rocks, hence stonefish. And it belongs to the ray-finned fishes. And the 13 spikes on its back, that's where the venom is. It's inside the membrane, again, that will peel back. I don't know if you can see his face, but it's sitting right here. It's kind of hard to see. And then this is a better one over here. They live close to coral reefs, but they don't actually live inside coral reefs. They'll live in like rock ledges, in ridges where rocks can be, so that they can hide, and they'll use extreme speed to catch their prey, which is fishes and crustaceans. So that's kind of cool. So see, I don't know if you can see him right here, but he's camouflaged himself to look like the surroundings. So it's kind of hard to see him. So the blue-ringed octopus. I don't know if any of you guys remember the Ed puzzles that we did with Coyote Peterson. The guy who was going through the one with the crown of thorns that I mentioned earlier. He tells a story in one of his episodes of Brave the Wild on Animal Planet. I don't know if any of you have ever seen that show, but he goes into this where a woman actually went and picked up a blue-ringed octopus, not knowing it was deadly. She ended up going into like cardiac arrest, and she lived, thank God, but it was very, very, very close. They said probably about 2 hours later, they probably would not have gotten her back. So she was very lucky, and she didn't realize that the blue rings, that it was like basically admitting the color. It was saying, hey, back off, because it's acting as a warning, and it causes numbness, vision loss, and even paralysis, and sometimes it can be fatal. Its class is the cephalopod, and it's actually not very large. You can actually see that right here. This is basically its size.
Oh, wow.
They're very, very tiny. They're, I think it said like probably not even like a foot long. It's very, very tiny. And they mainly eat crabs, which, again, all octopus can camouflage themselves.
but when it's threatened, it emits these blue rings, this very, very bright blue color. And its venom can kill up to at least 26 adult humans, and that's why that woman was super lucky, because she was walking in the tide pools alone, which, again, do not ever do. It is so incredibly dangerous. Please don't ever do it. Just letting you know. It is so incredibly dangerous because you don't know what's in there, and you don't want to touch any sea creature that's in there. Keep that in mind. Other deadly sea creatures. So here's a sea snake. I don't know if you can see him. He's just kind of right here. The box jellyfish. And then, of course, this is the lionfish. And these are the spikes that I was talking about. The membrane. So see how dull these look? The membrane is covering that. And so if you were to apply pressure on those spikes, it'd peel back that membrane a little bit. And Coyote Peterson actually has a really good video of this, because he actually intentionally spiked himself on the hand and made the lionfish inject its venom into his hand, which, again, this guy's going to get himself killed. I guarantee you. So he actually shows how the membrane will peel back. If you want to watch that video, I linked it in the one of the earlier posts that Miss Willards did for her class. And then, of course, this is the lion mane. It's large, and it's got like hundreds and hundreds of tiny little tentacles that will wrap around its prey and are pretty deadly. And yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. Nice job. Good job, Aubrey. Grace, are you ready for the Loch Ness Monster?
I am. If only I knew how to screen share, though. Hold up.
Okay. So go down to the bottom, and it's a green arrow. And when you click on that, it's going to ask you what you want to share. And you'll just click on the desktop, and it should kind of look like whatever's on your screen at the time.
Yeah. Here, and share. Or maybe not. Hold up. I'm so sorry.
There you go.
Okay, here we go.
Awesome.
And then,
yay.
So what really was the Loch Ness Monster? Like, what is it? Why do we keep seeing it? By Grace Miller. But first, we're going to start off with some cool words with Grace. The part where Grace incorporates words that she couldn't figure out how to incorporate into her presentation. So first off, a really cool word, we got endotherm. Sounds really cool. Sounds like it's from a science fiction novel, 10 out of 10. Next up, we got cnidarian. Same reason, just not as cool as endotherm. 3 is vertebrate. It's a pretty neutral word, so it's in the middle. Then 4, we got ectotherm, because it's meh, but it's also cool. And then 5, we got invertebrate, because that word sounds kind of gross. Okay, moving on to the actual presentation. So Loch Ness Monster is actually, like, a lot older than you think in terms of, like, sightings. The first ever recorded sighting was by Saint Columba, like an actual saint, in 535 when he was, like, they were missionaries and that were like passing the Loch Ness, and he recorded a giant water beast coming up out of the water, grabbing one of the people he was traveling with, and then pulling him back into the water, and then they booked it out of there. So yeah, that's the oldest, and that's the oldest recorded, but there are other things which you will see. And there are just a lot of weird happenings going on in the loch. There's in Celtic mythology, there's a lot of water creatures, and a lot of Celtic mythology originates from around the loch, since the loch gave so much life-giving stuff. Like a lot of just weird water creatures that will murder you and will laugh while they do it. And also, there are cave carvings. Both of these are from around the loch. The first one is called like the Pictish beast. They aren't quite sure what it is. The second one looks a lot like a water monster that might kill you. Like, people don't really know what these were trying to depict, and a lot of people think it might have been that. And on a final note for like how scary this thing is, the Loch Ness is extremely deep. Officially, it's 735 feet, but there are gigantic crevices that we just don't have like the manpower or the technology to really fully explore, that we don't know how far deep they go, and we think that some of them might actually connect to the ocean, so we don't know how deep this thing really is. But there also have been a lot of hoaxes. Like this famous picture, that at least for me was like the main thing that came into my head when talking about the Loch Ness Monster. That is a toy submarine with a carved wooden serpent head put on it because somebody wanted to make a hoax about the Loch Ness Monster. So, and these are admitted hoaxes too. So, this other one, those are 3 hay bales with tarps over them that are tied to the bottom of the lake. So, like, not all of this is necessarily true, but you know. But it's also not just in the Loch Ness that there are Loch Ness monsters like around. There are a bunch, or like all over the world. There's New Zealand. Ontario has 3, and Canada just in general has a ton of them. There's one in Lake Superior, I think. There's one in Lake Champlain, and there are a bunch of other sea monster myths of just like things getting people, and it makes you wonder, you know, like what inspired this. So what could it be? Now, in the Loch Ness specifically, a lot of people think most of the sightings are a Greenland shark, because Greenland sharks can get gigantic. They're the second largest sharks in the world, and they live in the Loch Ness. And they're a lot of times described, so a lot of sightings of the Loch Ness Monster, especially before we figured out what the Greenland shark was and before it became more common knowledge, were described as whale-like. And these guys, if you were to see them from afar, they could be pretty whale-like. They're bottom dwellers, so you won't see them very much, and also the placement of their dorsal fin, they can pop their head up in the water, and you don't necessarily need to see the dorsal fin because it's so far back on their body. So sightings that don't say that it had a fin when it comes to the Greenland shark aren't just like, oh, that wasn't the Greenland shark because of how Greenland shark holds itself and where its dorsal fin is. And the shark is a shark, obviously. It's in the class Chondriichthyes, which is basically a class made up of long-bodied, chiefly marine fish with a cartilage skeleton and a prominent dorsal fin and tooth-like scales. So there you go. But in the rest of the world, this is just literally my own theory. I don't. A lot of like the eel-like monsters could be oarfish. These things are terrifying. This one is 17 feet long, but the biggest recorded one is 25 feet. They are long, they are extremely rare, and they are terrifying. Like, if you saw that swimming around from a distance, you would call sea monster. At least I would. And so a lot of like the more eel-like stuff might, especially in the more saltwater or brackish areas, could be that. But these don't necessarily account for all of the things people have seen. Yes, people could be lying, but also people might not be. And there's also just the chance that it could be something that we haven't discovered, or it could just be something that's managed to evade us because of the way that nature is and the way that water is. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's any less cool once we figure out what it is, because that thing managed to evade us for literally thousands of years, which is awesome. Okay. Thank you.
Nice job, Grace. Good job, good job. Love it. Freesaw, last but not least.
All right, I'm doing this from my phone, so I hope it works out.
Okay.
Screen, zoom, microphone on. Okay, there we go. So can you guys see that?
We can.
Okay, cool. Here we go. Shout out to Aubrey for finding the same theme as me. Great minds think like me. Oh shoot. Okay, well, Finding Nemo fun facts with me. I know what you're thinking, Teresa. No one really cares, and it is. That sucks. Shoot. Let me know when we're good.
It just says
Okay.
it started screen sharing. It doesn't. I can't see anything else.
Can you guys see like the PowerPoint?
No.
It just says
this
that
is
you started
embarrassing.
screen sharing. That's okay.
Oh, this is really embarrassing. Oopsie. All right.
Not a problem.
weird.
All right.
Hang on.
So it's on your.
Oh, here we go. Share audio on. It says I'm screen sharing.
Yeah, it says that you've started screen sharing.
We just can't see what you're sharing.
That's so embarrassing. All right.
Yeah, Teresa.
Hold on, let me,
Because I was using my phone because I have a video that's blocked on the Everest website or whatever, like the Everest Chromebook,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
And it's just like a 2-second video, but I needed it to make my PowerPoint long enough.
yeah. Let me do this. I don't think I can minimize it once somebody's sharing their screen. Because I was going to do
Here,
like
let
a,
me-
yeah, let me do a real quick troubleshooting. How to screen share on Zoom using, is it an iPhone?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Unfortunately, Teresa, great minds think like me, not you.
All right, it says it's a
Oh,
one-click,
that's
blah, blah, blah,
unfortunate.
other methods.
I know.
Do you have what's called AirPlay mirroring?
Yeah, scroll up on your
AirPlay.
phone. Go to,
It says,
Screen mirroring.
it says
Well,
go
click
to
that
the
button and
AirPlay
scroll up.
display at the top right corner of the Apple menu. Click on the Zoom room name to initiate the screen share. A prompt will appear to enter the sharing password. Enter the passcode as it appears on your Zoom room's screen. Click disconnect AirPlay to exit sharing.
I could do this also, just like I could rejoin in my Chromebook really quickly, and then we'll just know that there was supposed to be like a 30-second video.
Yeah,
Because it's
that's
not
cool.
super important to the presentation.
Yep.
Okay. I'll try
Totally.
and join really quickly. Sorry about that.
That's okay. No worries at all.
Hi, I'm so tired.
All right, so is, I think I've asked, no, I didn't ask you guys because you weren't on the first one. Is noon okay for our senior send-off tomorrow to Zoom? I'll have all the pictures from the year on there, including Stas and his entertaining dissections in the fish bag.
I've not seen those, so that would be.
Yeah, it's
wasn't in
priceless. Good. So we'll do that at noon tomorrow. And then seniors, I've sent you something in the mail. You should probably get it today, maybe tomorrow.
Did you send it to our school emails?
No, I sent it snail mail. It's coming in the mail.
Oh, okay.
Miss Willers, I have the mascot coming to my house on Friday.
Cool.
I'm like, ill. No thanks. Good.
There you go, Teresa.
Okay, we're better.
Now I can do share.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, so
there it is.
all right.
You got it,
Now
sister.
my joke makes sense about. Okay, exit
That's
that
funny.
out.
Hey, Teresa, I like your theme.
Cool.
Thanks. I don't know where I found it. All right. I know what you're thinking, Teresa. No one cares, but it's okay. I don't really either. I just picked Nemo because it's an easy theme and everyone knows Nemo. Wow. All right. Here's a video of Dory singing Just Keep Swimming, but it's blocked on the Chromebook because Mr. Wen doesn't want us to have that beautiful song for some reason. But that
Terrible.
would add about 30 seconds to my presentation, so keep that in mind if I don't quite meet the time limit there.
You're good.
All right, Nemo and Marlin are both clownfish, and I'm not going to try and pronounce the scientific name, but clownfish are hermaphrodites, and a fish-born male, usually the biggest male, can turn into a female if the dominant female dies, and then they would mate with the remaining males to keep the population going. So that's probably why Marlin wanted to find Nemo so badly when he got lost. Clownfish have a symbiotic relationship with the anemones, so they're immune to the toxins that anemones use to catch their prey and eat them.
And the anemones provide shelter for the clownfish, and in return, the clownfish will keep away parasites and like keep them clean and stuff. Dory was a blue tang, and those have the ability to change the intensity of their color from blue to deep purple, and their flesh is poisonous, so don't eat them.
Crush and Squirt are both green sea turtles and the best part of the movie. And the adults are 3 to 4 feet in length and weigh a bit more than the average vending machine. And I picked that fun fact mainly because I thought the use of a vending machine as a weight comparison was interesting. And juveniles are omnivores and they'll eat like squid and jellyfish, and then the adults are herbivores that eat algae, so they become vegetarians basically. Bruce was a great white shark, and those have several rows of teeth, and they lose them many times a day, and they use about 20,000 teeth in their lifetime. And unlike other fish who are cold-blooded, they can regulate their own body temperature to be a bit warmer than the rest of the water around them. Gill was a Moorish idol, and those are actually the only species in their family. And the bars of color on them, like for the coloring, is thought to confuse the predators on their outline of what the fish is actually looking like and how big they are, so that they're less likely to be eaten. And Jacques is the Pacific cleaner shrimp. And I know you're all thinking like, wow, he was such a good man's, like, I really wish, I could marry this shrimp because he cleaned the house all day. He cleaned the tank. But sadly, that's not what they usually do. Usually they're cleaning other fish by eating the parasites off of them. And those fish are called client fish. And they will perform rocking dances to attract potential clients. So still pretty cool, but false advertising. And Mr. Ray was a spotted eagle ray. And each spotted eagle ray has like a unique pattern, and it's like a fingerprint, but with spots. And you think your life is hard? Female eagle rays give birth to 1 to 5 pups the size of size 13 Nikes, men's size 13 Nikes. So basically, it said that the pups are about the size of men's size 13 shoes, but I wanted to make a joke about it. So there's that. Peach was an ochre starfish. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's what I'm going with. And they can live up to 20 years, making them the longest living starfish in the Pacific Northwest, so good for them. And they are able to stick their stomach out of their body and begin digestion that way, and then the partially digested food is brought back entirely into their body once it's smaller. So kind of horrific, and it makes you look at that little starfish a little bit differently. And here's my We're Excited, so you can all clap now. How do I exit it?
Brava, brava. That was awesome, Teresa. Thank you so much. That's Teresa. Where's Teresa?
Right in the middle.
There's Teresa, yeah.
Good job, Teresa. I gotta watch that movie now.
Now he wants to watch the movie.
It's a good movie.
Teresa, you forgot Gerald.
It's okay.
He wasn't only in the second one, though. I was in the
know. Teresa,
I will see you all tomorrow at noon for the senior send-off. It'll be lots of fun.
Friday. Tomorrow's Thursday.
Yep. I'm going to see you tomorrow for the senior send-off, a Zoom meeting at noon, and have an awesome day. Great job, everybody.
Bye, Mrs. Willards. Thank
Love
you.
ya. Have a great
Thank you, Miss Willards.
day. See ya.
Bye.
See ya.